Today's sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from Santa Clara. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long. Here's McCarthy. Pressure, they got him again. That's how multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. McCarthy operating from the gun. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So nothing doing there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Cougar 19.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Derek Hall. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
31-yard line.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, just shy of 140 yards and a touchdown.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they come up now second and goal.
Let's go. Go.
They're going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there, with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Niners post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's second in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Now, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now McCarthy. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
McCarthy's pass complete to Justin Jefferson. 8 yards on the pickup. And this is third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. And here's Daniel Whelan on now to punt. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. It's taken to the 26. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll look to throw again. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
To the air with McCarthy. Pass incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I have. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go. Practice COVID-19.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd and 15. This is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Hold it ready. Ready. 18 Cardinal.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
14 seconds, all that's left of this first half as they come up on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Personal foul, roughing a kicker, defense.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Here we go, here we go. 70 Timberwolves. 79 Broncos. Hunter. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's intercepted at the goal line. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And able to get this out to the 25. The Niners offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Flag. Cougar 19. Movement. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. And And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Ready? Hey, Cougar 19.
Now a handoff, running off tackle right. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
And
they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Ready? Ready?
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
He was tackled at the
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Cowboy 80. Ready, ready?
He'll look to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll make a break for it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And this one is right through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
That one 28 yards on the ground.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Up the middle they go. Ramsey. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
At their own 10-yard
Let's go old
line.
school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
60 Vikings.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And the 49ers.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
They'll drop to throw. This is caught. And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Come on, come on. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Touchdown, 49ers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are closing in on that 16-0 record as they add on to their lead. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because it's stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Oh, it still won't go down. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36.
A gain of 15. 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Ramsey. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
39-yard line.
2nd and 13. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And the Niners get there and bring him down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. They'll try and throw for it with Ward. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Vikings. Jonathan Taylor, 42 yards. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that cuts this lead down to 13.
Vikings 10.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Here's McCarthy.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
First down. A gain of 26 yards. First down, Minnesota.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Oh, this is blocked. There he goes, right side. And he dives into the end zone and gets the 2 points. Well, I think there was a lot of surprise from the kicking team there. After the block, they kind of froze and then realized, oh, wait, they can return this, and they returned it all the way.
And you know why they froze? Not often do you get that second sound, right? There's the kick, you hear that, and then there's that second thud when there's a block. That's when people freeze and they have to realize where the ball is. They picked it up and took it the other way.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. That's taken in by Bond.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
4 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset.
2nd down and 6 now.
And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Another run on 2nd down. Try to cover up.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line.
Here's 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing is Ward.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Ready, go.
Now Ward. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Ready.
Going for it, here's Ward. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's caught. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 1-yard line.
Second and 1. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Niners have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And that one falls incomplete. And they're left now with just 2 seconds here in the first half. Kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.